Hello, welcome to the yoga group. This is a therapeutic yoga class. My name's Anna, and I'm going to be guiding us through our practice today. I am a 500-hour experienced registered yoga teacher, as well as a current yoga therapy intern through the Practice School of Yoga Therapy, Austin. And as we move through our practice today, we're going to be using the chair as our primary prop, as our primary tool of support. You can stay in a seat. Whether or not it has armrests is up to you. You can use them or not use them. And just know that as we move through this practice, ultimately, notice how your body feels, how your body responds, especially if anything arises, such as pain. Pain I'll measure on a scale of 1 to 10. So the 1 meaning, I don't really feel much. There's not a lot happening here. To 10, which is, this really hurts and I feel like I could cry about it. If that pain approaches somewhere around an 8 to a 10, that's how you know that you want to do less. You want to back off a little bit, whereas that zone of like 3 to 6 or 7, that's an area that you can safely work within. So use your discretion, because you're the only person that can really know what is happening for you and the truth of your experience. So you can trust yourself in that. If there's anything I'm offering that you don't want to do or that causes some kind of pain, you can just relax for that moment and wait until we move to something new, something different. I'm going to try to offer variations for you to choose from so that you can make the most informed choice for yourself. But ultimately, if you decide you just want to rest and take a break, you're more than welcome to do that at any time. If you need to use the restroom or get water, please do. Just take care of yourself. We're going to start in an upright seat. So I want you to think that you're shifting yourself forward so the shoulders rest over the hips. And then adjust your feet so that your heels are right underneath your knees. Your toes are pointed straight ahead. Sometimes I like to send my hips a little further behind me so that I feel like I have that arch through my lower back to help me lift my chest up. That's called your lumbar curve. And we don't need to exaggerate it, but we also don't need to flatten it. So find that position where it feels like you're able to experience an uplifting energy or current through your spine. And then resting your hands on your thighs. You can turn your palms down for now. Take a moment to feel your feet on the ground. See if you can connect from the big toe out to the pinky toe. From the ball of your feet on the big toe side to the ball of their foot on the pinky toe side. This balance from east to west. And then feel the heels gently rooting down without losing the connection of the top of the foot. And we're going to take the arms up and overhead, keeping the lower body still. You can lift the chest, lift the gaze. Then slowly lower the arms. Let yourself come back to neutral, looking straight ahead. So the arms extend out and up. And then back the way they came. If I were to connect my breath, I would inhale as I brought my arms up. And then exhale as I brought them down. Now we're going to take the arms out to the side. So out, east and west, opening across the chest and shoulders as you inhale. And following that same path back down as you exhale. This can feel like a lot for the shoulders, so If this feels like a little bit too much, no problem. We're only going to do this one more time. Good, and then bringing the hands back to the thighs or to rest on your armrests. Next, we're going to shrug the shoulders gently up toward the ears. And then release the shoulders back down, back the way they came. You inhale to take the shoulders slowly up. Exhale, relax, let them go. One more. Might feel some movement, some adjustments, some cracks or pops. If there's no pain that comes along with that, no problem. If there is, pay attention to that area and notice if it persists. Judge that pain based on that 1 to 10 scale and use your best judgment about how to move forward. Next, we're going to move the shoulders forward. So we're going to wrap them. It's like you're drawing them together in front of you. I'm not shrugging them up at the same time, just pulling them forward. And then I'll relax, let the shoulders come back to that neutral. So we'll pull the shoulders forward. Feel like it's your chest that draws together to pull the forward motion. And then feel that chest relax and lengthen to release your shoulders back to neutral. One more time. Forward. And then release. It's not forward and back, it's forward and center. Because now we're going to go back. So imagine the shoulder blades on the left and right side of your upper back drawing together behind you. Again, we're not shrugging up at the same time. It's just the shoulders drawing together like you were trying to pinch a quarter or around a small soft ball between your shoulder blades. And then you'll relax that space. Release. Shoulders come back to neutral, back to center. Gently draw them together. And then relax the upper back to let the shoulders go. One more time. Back and center. From here, let's go back. Shrug up. Wrap forward. Release down and center. Back. Up. Forward. Down and center. Inhale back and up. Exhale forward and center. Last one. Okay, good. From here, we're going to reverse the direction. So now you'll bring the shoulders forward, up. Draw them back. And release down and center. Forward, up, back, down and center. 2 more. Good, last one. And when you're complete here, I'm going to drop the ear over to one shoulder. So I'm keeping my gaze forward, just feeling the stretch through the opposite side of the neck. Good, and then I'll come back through center. And then lower to the other side. Feeling the stretch on the other side of my neck. Up through center. And down. Just alternating, meaning going side to side. Taking your time, knowing that there isn't any rush. to set that as an intention for the practice, or maybe you want to set a different intention, what you're doing with this time. As you just connect more consciously to yourself, your physical body, your mental body, your emotional body. Just showing up and saying, I'm here. Let's see what needs to be done. This time you're going to roll your head forward. So we're going to stretch along the back of the neck as I brought my chin to the center of my chest. And then finally finding that other ear at my shoulder. Pause here. Reverse the direction. Bring the head forward again. Chin to the chest without dropping the shoulders. Keep the chest lifted. Pause at the ear. Start to move your breath as you move your head around the front. I'll usually inhale as I bring my ear to my shoulder, and then exhale as I bring my chin to my chest. One more time. Feeling the tops of the shoulders relax. The arms relax. The glutes and the hips relax. Feet firmly connected to the floor. Pause next time your chin is at your chest. And then push down through your feet to lift yourself back up, back into that upright position. Now let's send the right leg out in front of you. And you can have your foot lifted, or you can rest your heel on the ground. I'm gonna lift my foot so you can see the movement. We're gonna start by reaching the toes away and pulling the heel back. Then we'll switch it. Pull your toes back, reach your heel away. So we're talking about the foot, the movement at the ankle. Toes reach away, heel pulls back. Toes pull back, heel reaches away. Just a couple more. Inhaling one way and exhaling the other. Now let's circle that ankle, nice and slow. Continuing to breathe as you move. And then reverse the direction. Take your foot around the other way. Those pops, those cracks will continue to show up as we mobilize the different joints. So don't be surprised, but notice if any pain does arise, if it lingers, or if it dissipates and moves. You can relax that right leg. Let's do the same on the left side. Heel down or lifted. As you reach the toes out, draw your heel back. So you're literally pulling the bottom of your foot energetically back toward your body. Heel reaches away as the toes, and really the ball of the foot pulls back toward you. Inhaling one way and exhaling the other. Just a couple more. And then we'll circle this ankle around. Feel the movement really coming from not the foot itself, but the part that connects the foot to the leg, which is your ankle. Reverse the direction. Can you feel this movement originating from your ankle? And then you can relax that left foot, bring it back to the floor. Notice how the feet feel, how the legs feel. Take a breath or two. We're going to back up to the arms. Go ahead, rest your elbow in your palm and start to move your forearm in a circle. You can relax your hand, relax your wrist. It's just the forearm, just the movement here at the elbow that we're looking for. But you might also feel movement at the shoulder because the elbow is connected to the shoulder. Reverse the direction. Are you maintaining the connection to your breath here? Or are you holding your breath? Switch arms. Make a different choice on this side. How you breathe, when you breathe. And reverse. Good, and then release the elbows. You might let your arms hang, gently swing them forward and back. Or gently shake them out from the shoulders. Good. And then we're going to get some movement at the wrist. So bring your wrists out in front of you. You can keep your shoulders and your elbows at ease. You don't have to hold your arms out. Make a gentle fist. Extend the knuckles down toward the ground or toward your thighs. And then as you reach the knuckles forward and out, spread through the fingers. Draw them back toward your biceps, your upper arms. Oops. Curl the fingers in as you reach the knuckles toward the ground. Feel the stretch in the top of your wrist. And then as you uncurl and extend, feel the heel of your hand reach out. A couple more. Just spreading through the fingers, finding space without creating too much strain. Good, rotate your palms up. And you can think, actually, let's take the arms out in front of us for a moment. And to rotate your palm up, think it's not just happening at your wrist, but that you're moving from your shoulder. And watch that again. I'm rotating my arm up because of how I'm moving my arm at the very top of my shoulder. Then you can relax the elbows, curl the fingers in, draw the knuckles toward your, like the armpit of your elbow pit, and then you'll uncurl the hands and reach the fingers down toward the ground. So curl in, it's the same thing we just did, but in the opposite direction. Bringing your breath with you. Good, and then relax. Again, you might shake the arms out from your shoulders. And then go ahead and circle your wrists. Yeah. And once you've circled your wrists one way, you can reverse the direction. You can have your fingers in or extended. Good, and then relax. And I like to just from my shoulder, loosen my wrist. And go in both directions. This is just kind of a fun thing you can try. It's not really a formal part of the practice. Yes, left to right, without shaking ourselves, right? It's very gentle, it's very light. We don't want to thrash. We just want to release and move some of the fluid around, some of the things that we're loosening up and letting go of, giving them some where to go and a little bit of help to move along. From here, if you're not already scooted toward the top of your chair, I want you to do so that you're not leaning back, but that you're upright. We're going to come a little higher now into the knees. So you're going to interlace your hands under your thigh. And once you have that, I've got my arms relaxed here. I'm not gripping or pulling them up. I'm just going to lift up. I'm going to press through my bottom foot to lift up. Sit back just slightly so that my arms are just like ropes. They're just like ropes to hold my leg up so that I can move my shin. So the movement from my knee joint, relaxing my foot. So that's why you want to be forward on your chair so that you have somewhere to kind of lean back to, not to rest on, but to balance, a space to balance in. Oh yeah, movement at my knee. And reverse the direction. So good. And then I'll just lean forward to bring the foot back to the ground. So easy. Same thing on the other side. I'm going to interlace my fingers underneath. Let my arms be slack so that as I lean my back toward or away from the front, my leg just is able to hover. And this bottom foot, I'm keeping it grounded so that I don't fall all over the place, but I have some stability. Keeping that smooth, even breath. And reverse the direction. So good. And then again, I'm just going to lean forward until my foot makes contact with the ground, and then release my hands. Now let's send the legs out in front of us. And you might move the legs from the hips here. Just try to loosen up the thighs, all right? We've gotten some movement at the toes, at the ankles, at the knees. So again, just like we did with the upper body and shaking and moving that around, we want to give the lower body the same opportunity, because next we're going to come into the hips. So you can bring both feet back to the floor. We're going to start by just extending right leg, okay? And as you extend your right leg out, I'm resting my heel on the ground. Actually, let me do the other side. So you send your right leg out. Yeah, that'll work. And you're going to bring your hand to your thigh. I'm going to keep myself facing forward. I might heel toe this opposite foot out a little bit so that I have more room out in front of me. I'll take an inhale here at the top. And then as I exhale, I'm going to slowly slide down this leg. Doesn't matter how far you get, if you get to your knee, to your shin, to your toes. And then you're going to slowly inhale, slide back up. So I'm just kind of exhale, lowering out to the side. I'm going to get a stretch through the side of my body here. You might also feel a stretch along the inner thigh, along the back of the leg. I have to really focus on keeping this foot rooted in the ground. So I'm not on the ball, I'm not just lifting the toes, I'm not letting my knee fall in or out. I'm just finding that connection from the ball of the foot, left to right, back into the heel. One more time. So good. You'll slide this foot in, send your opposite leg out. Start with the inhale. Use that exhale to slowly lower down any amount. Two more. And back through center. From here, we're going to do a little fold action, okay? So we want to keep the feet relatively wide, but still your knee is lined up with your toes. So your knees aren't falling in or like so far out that it causes strain. You just have wider than hips distance so that you can bring your torso forward. You can keep your hands on your knees. You can slide your hands down to your feet. But think you want to release your neck, your head. You're going to feel this pull all the way down your spine. And then push down through your feet to slowly sit back up. We're going to do that a couple more times, and every time that we fold down, I want you to try to find anywhere between 3 to 5 breaths. 3 to 5 breaths, and then come back up when you're done. So I'm sending my pelvis out behind me so that I can send my chest forward. Head and neck release. 3 to 5 breaths. Relaxing the neck, the tops of the shoulders. And when you're ready, press through your feet to slowly sit up. So good. One more time. And this time you might not go as low. Maybe you rest your elbows on your thighs and then let your head and your neck release. Okay. Just trying to find some length through the spine, a little bit of space. So as you extend your tail back, you can send the chest forward, sometimes forward, and then adding that element of gravity where you release all the way. Use your inhale to slowly sit back up. And I might bring my feet a little bit closer. I feel like I had mine maybe too wide. So if that was the case for you, you felt like you weren't getting much support from your legs, then you might bring your feet a little bit closer together as well. So situate yourselves for that. Had to let my cat inside. Situate yourselves for that. And this time we're going to revisit one of the movements that we did earlier. As you inhale, bring your arms out and overhead. And as you exhale, we're going to fold. Inhale, push down through your feet to lift your chest, take the arms up. Exhale to gently fold. 2 more. Pushing through the feet to bring the chest up, lifting the arms overhead. And then reversing that movement. Inhale up, exhale down. Last one. So good. You'll gently roll back up. Now send your legs out in front of you one more time. This time we're going to do a little stretch through the hips. So I want you to take your ankle onto your thigh. The outside of your ankle is going to be just above your knee. And you can stay here or bend that bottom leg. Bring that foot to the floor. So this is called a figure 4, a thread the needle. There's lots of great variations for this one. The idea is that we're getting into that hip. Whichever knee is on top, whichever knee is in that 4 position, that's the hip that we're trying to open, stretch, get a little more room, a little more space. So you're welcome to gently press down on that knee. We don't want to shove or force. You can almost think like your arm is just this weight. It's just working with gravity, giving the knee a trajectory, but allowing it to move in its own time. The other option is to mobilize yourself from this position. I like to move in like around a clock. Out in front of you is 12 o'clock, you're seated on top. So out in front of you is 12, 3 is to your right, 6 is back behind you, and 9 is out to your left. And then reverse the direction. And pause in the center. You're going to send the bottom leg out and then slide your top leg down. Take a moment and notice how this leg feels, this leg that you were just stretching compared to your other leg. You might shake them out a little bit. And then we're going to repeat this on the opposite side, okay? So with your legs out in front of you, this time you're going to take your other leg on top. Ankle just above your knee. And then find the version that's going to work for you on this side. So you might notice differences in how far or how low your knee is relative to your hip. Totally normal to have those differences between the two sides. It's just the way things are. What's good about doing this and paying attention is that we get insight about our own experience just by witnessing and observing what's happening in our physical body. Oh, my right hip is tighter than my left hip. That's good for me to know. That's good information for me to have so that I can use it to support myself and to make decisions. And if you're taking yourself around, you might reverse. Pausing in the center, you can send that bottom leg out. Release the top leg. Maybe shake them one more time. And then you can do whatever you want. Maybe you want to rotate a little bit as we've moved through all the different joints in the body, from head down to the toes and everything in between. Give yourself a chance to rest. Let your eyes close if that feels comfortable for you. And taking a moment to notice how your breath is moving. breath is moving quickly or slowly. If your breaths are short, or if they're long. Does your breath feel shallow, like it stays in your chest and shoulders? Or does it move deeper? Down into your diaphragm, your belly. Can you remember the intention that you set at the start of our practice? Reconnect with that. Give yourself a few more cycles of that smooth, even, paced breath. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes and take a moment to just consider how you feel. And say hello to my cat, Meow. I hope y'all have a wonderful rest of your day, whatever you have planned, whatever you have going on, and I'll see you next time.